We now know what truly happened at Luke Skywalker's Jedi Temple with a massive reveal. The fact that it was not Kylo Ren that actually destroyed the Jedi Temple itself and the surrounding huts, killing all of Luke Skywalker's Jedi students, but it was something else, something more ethereal and powerful than Ben Solo could ever have hoped to become. We learn in The Rise of Kylo Ren that there is something else, the dark side of the Force, as we know as Darth Sidious, that actually destroyed Luke Skywalker's Jedi Temple and his students, and that it was not Ben Solo, and that Ben Solo did in fact believe that he killed his uncle, Luke Skywalker, but that he was not responsible for the deaths of all of the individuals that he had trained with over his lifetime. But we're getting too far ahead of ourselves. Now, let's break down exactly what happened at Luke Skywalker's Jedi Temple. The comic book begins with 3 of Luke Skywalker's Jedi students finding Ben Solo in the ruins of the Jedi Temple, as they do not sense any of Luke's students or the presence of Luke Skywalker himself, despite the presence of Luke being very clear in the past. At first, one of the Jedi students attempts to console Ben Solo and discover exactly what happened, as Ben explained that Luke Skywalker attacked him, and so in defense, Ben killed him. The students, though, sensing nothing from the Jedi Temple, decide to activate their lightsabers, with one of them compelling them to turn them off and simply talk with Ben Solo. This compels Ben, of course, into a fit of anger, explaining that he is far more powerful than all of them put together, and that they are no Jedi because they are afraid of him, and Jedi do not feel fear. Ben Solo easily uses the debris and the Force itself to stop the attacking Jedi and students of Luke, revealing to them, of course, that he is in fact more powerful than all of them put together, as one of the students named Hennix is badly injured by debris stabbing into his side. In a moment where Ben Solo goes to activate his lightsaber, however, he decides not to, taking pity on the Jedi students, and leaves them at the Jedi Temple to get help for the young fallen Jedi Hennix. The Jedi students, though, resolve to follow Ben Solo and discover exactly what happened, as again Ben Solo has the opportunity to kill them within his starship, but again decides not to, only grazing their starship himself, and disabling it momentarily, as the Jedi decide that they will continue to follow Ben Solo, despite what it may mean for them, and despite realizing that Ben Solo is in fact exponentially more powerful than all of them put together, and that he was in fact the prized student of Luke Skywalker. It is here when Ben Solo flashes back to when he believes he killed Luke Skywalker, and the events at the Jedi Temple, and exactly what occurred, revealing that it was not Ben Solo that destroyed the temple, but Darth Sidious, the voice inside Ben Solo's mind. In a fit of anger, Ben Solo points his lightsaber at the temple as dark skies surround it, and a bolt of lightning attacks the temple as well as the surrounding huts, destroying it instantly. Ben Solo, revealing the dead students of Luke Skywalker, says to himself that this is not what he wanted, as the voice again returns to his mind, as it echoes to him, "And you did not choose it, Ben. The Jedi did. Skywalker did." The comic then flashes back to Luke Skywalker's students, knowing full well that Ben Solo could have killed them, and Ben Solo resolving not to venture to his mother, Leia Organa, as at the same time the Jedi decide not to reach out to Leia as well, believing she will be of little help to them as she is too far away. As far as massive reveals for this section of the comic book, we learned that it was actually Darth Sidious himself that destroyed Luke Skywalker's Jedi Temple, and that it was Darth Sidious that summoned the Force lightning to destroy the temple from thousands of miles away, presumably, but that Sidious waited until Ben Solo had turned to the dark side of the Force beforehand. This absolutely changes everything, as for the longest time people have speculated that it was either Kylo Ren or the Knights of Ren that destroyed Luke's students and the temple, but it was in fact the individual that had destroyed the Jedi decades earlier in Darth Sidious, returning again to destroy the Jedi Temple just as he had before. No one, myself included, ever speculated that it could have been the power of Sidious that actually did this, but it does make sense, and reveals just how powerful Palpatine may have become. I have the feeling that this will be quite the divisive revelation for many Star Wars fans, the fact that it was Darth Sidious behind everything all along. But I would love to hear your thoughts on this massive revelation from The Rise of Kylo Ren. Again, I'll be back a little bit later today with another massive revelation concerning Snoke, and how he appears to Kylo Ren very differently in this first issue. In the meantime though, negative or positive, I want to hear your thoughts on who exactly killed Luke Skywalker's Jedi Temple finally being revealed to us. As always, my friends, may the Force be with you, and have a great day.